Now, for your writing activity, you're going to have a think about the Little Red Hen story, but we're going to change it just like we've changed the other stories that we've done in school in the same way. Now, for this, you'll have to have done the science investigation before we do this bit, because the science is all about ice cubes and using different things to melt the ice cubes. Because this story is about a little yellow alien. So I've written that here, so it helps your grown up as well remember what needs to be drawn in that box. And the little yellow alien is going to find an astronaut stuck in some ice. So the first story we had, once upon a time, there was a little red hen who lived on a farm. Early one morning, she woke up and went outside and found some corn. But in this story, we're changing it. So we've got once upon a time, there was a little yellow alien who lived on Saturn. Early one morning, now you could say he or she woke up, went outside, and found an astronaut stuck in some ice. So in these boxes, you're going to draw the pictures of the things that you think you need. So you need a little yellow alien. So you might draw one with 3 eyes or 4 eyes, things coming out of his head. It might be a girl alien. Who knows? You draw the alien that you like. Then here you need to find a picture of Saturn and copy that and draw Saturn here. And I've written it for you here with a capital S because it's the name of a planet. And look, it's got the digraph in it too, so you can remember how it's spelt. So, once upon a time, there was a little yellow alien who lived on Saturn. Early one morning, he went outside and found an astronaut stuck in some ice. So what do you think you're going to draw here? Yes, you're going to draw an astronaut stuck in some ice. Now, it might be in an ice cube or it might be a sphere. You can choose how you want to draw your astronaut stuck in some ice. And now here we go down here. Who will help me free the astronaut? Said, now who's speaking? The little yellow alien, yes. So we go back to the beginning. Once upon a time, there was a little yellow alien who lived on Saturn. Early one morning, he went outside and found an astronaut stuck in some ice. Who will help me free the astronaut? Said the little yellow alien. Not I, said the... Oh, look, we're going to change the animals. So we did have a bull and a cat and a rat. And now we're going to have 3 different aliens here. So you might have a blue one, you might have a green one, and you might have a black one. So you can choose which one's going to go in there. And then we go back to the beginning, we practice it again. Once upon a time, there was a little yellow alien who lived on Saturn. Early one morning, he went outside and found an astronaut stuck in some ice. Who will help me free the astronaut? Said the little yellow alien. Not I, said the... I'm going to choose a green one. The green alien. Not I, said the... I'm going to choose a blue one. Blue alien. Not I, said the black alien. Let me go down here. Oh, very well, I'll do it myself. And so he did. Now you've got to think now, because you're going to add in a bit here after, and so he did. What's he going to go and get? He needs to get something to free him from the ice. Now, when you've done the science experiment, you might decide to use one of those things. So you might decide to use some salt or some hot water or some washing up liquid. So you have a think about what you want to put in here. Then you're going to try the next one, because that one might not have worked. So the alien is going to do it again. Who will help me free the astronaut? Said the little yellow alien. Not I, said the, and you carry on putting the aliens in here, the same ones as you had here, we put in here. So the story repeats. And then if that one doesn't work, the animals, the aliens here don't want to help, he says, oh, very well, I'll do it myself. And so he did. And then you could say here, or draw a picture of something he uses to free the astronaut out of the ice, and it works. And then you could write about what happens at the end. Do the astronaut and the alien become friends? Does the astronaut feel scared? Does he run away? You can have a think about all the sorts of things you might have in your story there. So this isn't writing. This is our talk for writing. This is our story map that you're changing. So for the grown-ups who are watching this, this is a part of the talk for writing that we call innovation. So we've changed the story that we started with, and we're innovating or creating a brand new story. So that's your story map that you need to draw the pictures for, and then keep practicing the actions. Now, I'd like you to see if you can keep the actions that we've had for once upon a time, and early one morning, and said, which is like a speech bubble coming out of your mouth, and the question mark, or the who, which is the spinning your finger around next to your head, and the same action for and, so that's joining your hands together like we had in the last video. So see if you can keep those actions, but you could make your own actions for the little yellow alien, your own actions for Saturn, your own actions for the astronaut stuck in some ice, and your own actions for here, the different colour aliens that you have, because they might all look different too. So that's the story map. You draw the pictures, and then you don't do any more with that. You leave that there, keep practicing the actions. But then these are the other activities. So for this one, these are some of the words that you might need in that story when you're going to write it. And this is something called a look, say, cover, write, check. So what you do is you look at the word. So you read this one, you say it here. So you say little. Now you have to cover it over. So you put your hand or a piece of paper over this one and write it here, but without looking at it. Then you write it again, and then you check it. Have you got it right here? Give it a tick. Next one, there. You say it, you cover it and write it, you write it again and check it, and so on. You go all the way down. It's a bit like your weekly spellings, but it's a bit of fun, especially the covering it up, because then you can check that you've got them all right. So practice those. That's your next writing activity. And then another one is to actually write the story. So you're going to write it on this paper here, which is in your pack. But to help you, we've made you this. Now this is a word map that we've had before, different things. We've had them for the Christmas story, we've had them for the Gruffalo, but this one we've made you. So this word says blue. This says, I bet you can read this one, green, green. This says black, and this says yellow. Now you'll need those for the colours of your aliens. And then here, I've got a nice picture of some ice cubes, and we've got the word frozen. Now all of you who love the film will know how to spell that anyway. And this says ice. Now remember, the C next to the E makes a S sound, like in the word space. So that's easy to sound out. And it's a split digraph. And then here we've got the word water with the digraph at the end. Everybody who loves Toy Story knows who this is. So this is an alien. There's an astronaut waving at you. Now this is a long word, but you can put some sound buttons underneath if it helps you ast, on, ought. Oh, this is the or sound here. And then here you've got some salt, because you might want to add that to your story. So when you need to have this in front of you so that you know what you're going to write here. And here you're going to start writing the story of the little yellow alien. So you'd write, once upon a time there was a little yellow alien who lived on Saturn. Now you've got to be careful, because you've got to think about where the full stops are going to go, where the capital letters would then go. So if you write it, you need to make sure you check your work afterwards so that you've got the capital letters and the full stops. And if you're not sure, read it through, maybe stop after one word and the next word, and see if you can clap your hands for a full stop and see if that helps you remember where those full stops go. And where the full stops go, then you need to put in the capital letter next, because that will be the beginning of your new sentence. But you need to check your spelling as well, and just check your handwriting so that it's as neat as it can be. And then you can read it all through, check it makes sense. And then if you're finished, you can show it to your grown-up. They'll be really impressed if you can write that story. And then you could take a photograph of it and send it into the Year 1 email. And then we, your teachers, would love to see the writing that you've been doing. So enjoy the activity and enjoy making all the actions with the story map. Your grown-ups are going to love this when you've finished it, and you should love it too. So well done. Enjoy. See you soon.